Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
Cholos or,
yeah, and we can say about black men. We love black men.
Wait a minute now.
We need to address, well, first of all, no, I don't think America is a racist country.
What?
And this story has been brought to you by racism. Racism is accepted wherever true Americans are.
Perfect.
I hate all of them, bro. White people disgust me. Bro, y'all Mexicans coming to our country, bro. You guys up, bro. Quit taking our jobs, bro. But we do love everybody.
Yes,
we do.
But we just like are funny.
Yeah, we are funny.
Hate cholos or,
yeah, and we can say about black men. We love black men. Love them. Our kids are gonna be black. Damn it. Yeah.
I recognize you and I know you taste it. Everybody else taste it.
You already know?
You told us already. I told you that if I would do
Goodness.
trusted me, now write poems in these
Goodness. I guess we're all explaining. No way. I need Taco Bell. We got the clap. We got the clap. We got the clapping gonorrhea. No.
We.
Free.
Hey, Adam, drive straight. Please turn that flashlight off.
Fade. I don't give a blue, green, purple. Catch the fade. You
I
can
heard
catch
my
the
name.
fade.
I heard my name. Why'd you say my name? Why'd you say my name, Tatum? Why'd you say my name?
Bree's not in the name, but like if you want to go catch the fade, come catch the fade, and we can catch the fade. Point blank with a funny period.
Journey joined. I thought she was gonna do something.
I'm the best recorder.
Like I said, whatever goes on, let it go on between them two. You know, I love everybody, and everybody needs to love back.
It's like they had a Klan rally just for me.
The messages, some phone calls contained a long list of threats, racist cartoons and slurs. Hamilton sharing the images and phone calls with WJZ.
All right, listen here. I got another bone I need to pick with you.
Visibly upset, Hamilton posted screenshots of the disturbing messages on her social media accounts, hoping to bring awareness, but it only got worse.
I wasn't sleeping. I'm still haven't really eaten. And I'm angry because this is a faceless enemy.
Hamilton did look for help online, specifically for men in the community. People like Dwight Jenkins answered the call by keeping an eye out around the shop.
She just needed assistance. She's such a pillar to the community. She does a lot, and she helps a lot of people.
And together, they're taking a stand.
You want to come and mess with me and try to bully and intimidate me out my space, and that's not going to happen.
Hamilton says she has been in touch with elected leaders and Baltimore City Police about this matter. Authorities did confirm with WJZ that a police report has been filed, and they are looking into this.
Yeah, I was in the courtroom sitting right by John. It was just the same as him. It was shock. I was devastated, disgusted. And I cannot help. I thought of this all night. I cannot help but think this is strictly on the prosecutor's shoulders. And also, I I feel like this is because Ashley was black, and had the tables been turned and she killed her white husband, she would have been held accountable and done much more time than 20 years. And I just feel like this whole entire court system failed her. When they were doing jury selection, they had over 100 jurors show up for selection. They selected 14, with 2 being alternates. Out of all of that, there was only one beautiful black woman who was on that. Just yesterday, right before everything started, deliberations, they said they were going to randomly select 2 people to be let go. She was one of them. That black, beautiful black lady was one of them that got selected to be let go. And I cannot help but think there's just more to the story, and that a lot of it has to do with race, and I am furious. It's disgusting, and it's just something I feel like I'm never going to get over.
Holly, thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing that, the makeup of the jury. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. So this was then an all-white deliberating jury. Am I correct then, if you're saying that one of the folks who was chosen to be an alternate was the one, you noted, just stunning black woman who was on the jury hearing everything? Ooh, you know, who knows? Who knows? But thank you.
A former United States Army service member has been found guilty of manslaughter in the deceasement of his wife, who was also a ranking officer in the military. A Kentucky jury convicted Jordan Henning in the death of Sergeant First Class Ashley Henning in their Hardin Garden City home on June 26th of 2023. That day was Ashley's 37th birthday, and the couple had just hosted a party celebration with friends. Prosecutors charged Jordan with intentional murder, arguing that he harbored hatred in his heart for his wife over their strained relationship. They relied on home security footage from inside the Henning home that showed Jordan taking the life of Ashley 4 times with a weapon, going into another room to reload said firearm, and then returning to the kitchen to then aim at her once more and then spit upon her body. Jordan testified in his defense and told the jury that he, quote, broke during the fight with Ashley after allegedly, quote unquote, enduring years of abuse from her. Henning's defense claimed that he suffered from an extreme emotional disturbance that impaired his judgment. In Kentucky, an extreme emotional disturbance can be used as a defense that can reduce a murder charge to manslaughter. The 12-person jury appeared to side with Jordan's defense and found him guilty of the lesser charge of first-degree manslaughter. The jury later sentenced Jordan to 20 years in prison in the trial's penalty phase, the maximum sentence for said offense. He must complete 85% of his sentencing before he is eligible for parole. Let me just say, I don't understand, right? So this guy, militarily trained, all of that, right? He said that he was taking on some type of form of abuse. And for the life of me, the same thing that I just so happen to tell a lot of women directly out here. If there are signs and symptoms that obviously somebody is not good directly for you, then you should just leave that situation, right? And I use the energy both ways. So he said that he was in a situation, and I'm like, I don't see you as a victim. You're militarily trained, right? You have to go through some of the toughest training in the world so that you are a competent, capable soldier, right? You have to face a lot of verbal jargon and all of this other type of stuff, dealing with basic training, dealing with the higher ups and everything like that, right? And again, I'm not sure if they've ever been on the field or anything of that nature. I'm going to just guess that more than likely they have, right? And for him to try to use the excuse of that he broke during an argument. And again, when they explained the argument, they didn't say that anything physical took place, which means that the words used were probably verbal. Maybe the words used were things that dealt with situations or problems within the relationship, marriage, what have you. And I'm guessing that he had a very sensitive ego, right? And that ego was probably fractured because he probably heard something that he didn't like. But at no point in time of the instance of the video that you guys were able to see, I didn't see a person that was broken. I didn't see a person that needed to defend themselves. The only one that really needed to defend themselves was the woman, was the wife. Because obviously an argument took place. She proceeded to go upstairs. He decided that he wanted to go down. Well, technically, he decided he wanted to follow her directly up the stairs, right? Cooler heads. This is normal, happens in arguments. Cooler heads, like, hey, I'll go here, you go there. He decided that he didn't want to do that. She went upstairs, closed the room door directly up there or what have you. He proceeded to follow her directly up there. You heard some knocking, some banging, whatever it is. Then after that, he came back down, proceeded to go to some type of, small desk or tabletop or what have you. Procured a weapon. After he had said weapon, he was, cocking it back. Like I'm talking about, it's loud as all get out. Cocking it back, all of this ammunition, stomping, and all this other type of stuff. This man literally took out all of the time playing this out to go take this woman's life inevitably. Had enough time and space, and more than likely she was still alive. He proceeded to go right back to that spot, get another magazine, put more ammunition, whatever, cock it again, and went back into the kitchen. And he proceeded to end everything there. And then he spat directly on her where she laid. You're not going to tell me that this had nothing to do with race. You're not going to tell me that this didn't have anything to do with the hatred that he had. In order to literally spit on somebody, you have to have a type of hatred. You have to see that person as less than. That's a form of trying to degrade, devalue somebody. This was not a broken man. This was somebody who didn't understand or want to understand what was going on. This was somebody who decided that they wanted to deal with the situation the way that they wanted to deal with it. He felt that, well, if you're going to leave me, that's all you're going to be leaving because you're not going nowhere else and can't nobody else have you. That's what happened here. He looked at that woman as a possession. He looked at that woman as property. He looked at that woman as an object, and he treated her as such. He treated her like any child out here who doesn't want to share. He treated her like any child out here that doesn't understand that no means no, right? Does she want to still be in a relationship or whatever with you? More than likely not. Does she have the right to sit up there and do that and say that? Yes, she does. Does he know how to take no and take the fact that, hey, this relationship is over, the marriage is over, that there's going to be no more you and I? No, he doesn't know how to do it. So what is he going to do? He's going to take her away from everybody because he valued her that much as property. And the craziest part is, even after going through the video, going through the article, doing this directly on the live stream, I had some people that tried to tell me that this had nothing to do with race. And then the video after that, you were able to hear a friend of hers on the news stating that it's interesting that they changed the jurors because 99.9% of the jurors were white, 1%, and one little 1% black. In a moment in time that it came for them to switch and change the jurors, the one juror that they got rid of was the black woman. I'm like, so what? We got an all-white jury now that's going to supposedly convict this dude? They convicted him, but they gave him the least amount of time possible. He should be in there for life without a chance of parole. Realistically, the same sentencing that he decided to give her, that's the same sentencing that he should be getting at this moment in time. Straight to go. Like, it should happen as soon as he get locked up, he is automatically on death row. But guess what? They wasn't going to do that. They're like, oh, he's in the military. He's been through a lot of stuff. He's a fractured man. He's a broken man. He served this country, right? They had all of the true patriots up there. They had all of the bleeding hearts up there. They had all of the all-white jury up there to make sure that this man was going to serve as little time as possible. Then I also had people in the comment section trying to tell me that, oh, well, Seiji, how could he be racist, or this has anything to do with race? If they're in a relationship, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, did it make sense during slavery? Did it make sense during the times of the slave masters having his white woman and his white kids and everything? But then on the side, he wanted to have one of his black slaves father his biracial kids, and then he still wanted to do whatever he wanted to do to her, whether she wanted it or not. Huh. Interesting. And then still called her out of her name, all types of slurs, and still said, oh, you're my property, da-da-da. Sounds like the same thing. But yeah, y'all don't got nothing to say about that because y'all say the past is the past and none of us were around and you guys didn't own slaves. Well, look at what we're looking at today. Look at how that black woman was treated like property, treated like an object. Look at how she was devalued after she could no longer breathe. Look at what he did. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.